All right, let's learn how to deliver our Wonders assessments online. I go into Unit 1. Like I said, I think I'm testing on let's do the 7th of November. I'm an online test. I got the computer lab or the Chromebook lab all reserved and ready to go. The other thing I've made sure before testing day is my kids know how to log into Google and use their Google account, because then I'm ready. Okay? So as a teacher for online testing, I'm going to come in here. Since we're doing it online, I don't need print materials. If you want print materials, they can refer to the book that you might have. You can photocopy that test, or you can download the materials and photocopy the student test if you'd like to do that. But I'm going to go back to the overview. I'm going to go right up to setting it online. So I'm got the computer lab reserved for the 7th, so I'm going to start my window of time on the 7th. I'm going to go out here and say this November 7th. Well, that was a bad day to pick. How about the 6th? Excuse me. I'm going to pick November 6th. Can't test on a Saturday. And I'm going to just open that window up at 7 in the morning. And I'm going to close that window up on the 6th at 4 in the afternoon. As long as you test sometime between these two times, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it. Since you only have one class to pick from, it should be your name here. You should see your students in that list. And then the only other thing I have to do is under Online Testing Administration Settings, I'm going to click Show. And I'm going to use the inline booklet student test. And I'm going to say Save. Okay? That's going to allow me to test anytime that day between 7 and 4. Anytime my students go to the Home Connection portal, they will have that test sitting there waiting for them. In that setup, you can set a password if you want. If you're concerned about them getting in early or getting in after school, just set the window so that they are in there when you want them in there. Okay. Once this is set, the way the students get in is when they log into either the computer lab, the Chromebook lab, or anywhere else, they have to go to the student portal to log in to their Illuminate home connection. So every building under the school, under the student links, I'll just do an example. This is the school I'm working with. Every single building under student links, all the students' links look like this. They start with this gray button, then the purple, and then all these links. The gray button, Online System Login, takes me to this portal page. This is where I get to the Illuminate home connection, right in the middle. And it will force them to log in with their Google account if they're not already done so. So they got to know their Google account, which is grad year, last name, first name, WSD, 7-digit ID for their login. When they get into that Google account, on the right-hand side, that test will be sitting there waiting for them to take, as long as it's that day. Before that date, it won't be there. After that date, it won't be there. So on November 6th, when I go to the lab, that'll be there. What I would do before I do a test like this, I might try it one time, set up a roster for a few minutes, get that computer lab out, let them all log in, make sure they can see it, have them give you the thumbs up so that they're good to go, so that when you get there for testing day, they can focus on their test and not on the technology. So if you want to look at what it looks like, or have your kids practice, or have you show them what it looks like, if you do preview and you do inline booklet student test, this will show you what it looks like. So I do preview, and I do continue test. It's going to load up the PDF over here, and the questions are on the right. So number 1 comes, I have to pick A, B, C, or D. I pick my answers. Number 2 comes, F, G, H, I, etc. When I get to ones where I have to type, I type my answer in the box all the way through till I review and finish. And it'll show them which ones they've answered, which ones are blank, all the way through, and then when they finish, it turns that test in. Once it's finished, as a teacher, when you get done with the test, you can come back to Enter Edit under Administration. When you do this, you'll see all your students answers on that particular test, and you'll be able to hover over that question that was a rubric scored item. It'll show you what they said or what they typed, and you can bubble or you can type in a 1 or a 2 or a 0 depending on the score based on the rubric. Now, if you don't want to grade them digitally, you can have the students write their answers out for number 5, number 8, whatever they are, on paper too. And then you're coming here and just rubric scoring each one. There is a couple rubric scored on each particular test. So you'll have to leverage your team, help each other out, use the TRTs, and get the help you need to make this work for you. We don't want the technology to be a barrier. We want it to make it as efficient as you can. But to get the data all in here, it'd be a great thing to have you try it online, because the data, most of it gets auto-scored and entered for you.